Hi, this is Kevin Cook. Thank you for coming back to Heavy Construction Equipment Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to use the bulldozer. And again, this episode has been sponsored by me. Are you looking for good, used, quality equipment? Then come to our website at www.startractor.com or give me a call at 817-733-3799. All right, here we go on the podcast. Operators at times have a hard time while operating heavy equipment. They feel that while they are used to one particular type of machine, when they are given to work on equipment that have a new configuration, it takes time for them to understand and those configurations and get their hands used to the system, and the controls and all that. Going from a 140H to a 140M with the joysticks, it's just a little bit different. They also have, to understand the various features and their importance that is installed in a machine, making the process more complicated, more problem child, You got to learn, keep practicing. However, once they are used the system, they understand the features well that they do not see much problem in using it. Using a bulldozer in particular has been found to be a tougher amongst operators as compared to other forms of heavy equipment. The most common issues encountered by many operators is with the steering wheel machine in the right direction, or steering the machine in the right direction. I mean, that's the most common issue on bulldozers. They sort of tend to lose their control while manualing the machine, which leads to losses, could lead to injuring someone, could lead to even death. Just make sure you know what you're doing. There have to be a systematic way to use the bulldozer, and that will be discussed as following. Number one, enter the cab with a calm mind. We have enough problems to deal with in our day-to-day lives, but we can't carry the load on these problems with us whenever we go, and especially when we're about to work. You simply can't carry it with you. Let it go. Calm down. You have to leave all your worries and hassles right behind that you enter the workplace, and then stands right for the operator as well. You should not enter the cab if you are tense or worried about anything. You have a quarrel at home or an argument with your boss, it is better that you take some time doing nothing and calm your mind, before you get in the cab. You should not work on a dozer while you're angry or running through emotions. It can turn out into a bigger mess. Have a chat with a friend, check out a funny video on YouTube, and once you feel that you're fresh and ready to work, get inside the cabin of the dozer. Next, have good controls on the paddle and the brakes. Keep your legs strong while you are using a bulldozer. You use your legs to increase or decrease the speed of the machine as well when you apply on the brakes. Your leg should not be shaken while you're using a dozer. Ideally, the paddle of the bulldozer is located just behind the brake. This means that you should be well trained and practice enough before using the mechanisms. And lastly, use the joystick to steer the machine as well as to use for the blade. Joysticks are quite helpful device as long as you know how to use them. It can be used to steer the machine and also used to move the blade in the right direction. The blade of the dozers are used to shove the mud to get a plain surface, flat surface. An operator who has load experience in using the joysticks to move the blade can do the work right way at the first time. Rest may take some time to master this work of art. Get it down. Practice. Go to an open field. Practice all you can. Again, this is Kevin Cook. If you got any questions, give me a jingle. 817-733-3799. Thank you, and God bless.